Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the bottom left side as the Ink Ottomans, we have Corvinus1. So on the top right side as the Cyan Malians, we have Knusch. Knusch. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Of course, got the mining camp going down. A bunch of sheeple being brought on forward, and now we do got the early spearmen from the military academy. The, that's called, oh no, that's actually from barracks. I just assume it's from, the free-produced ones, but no, these are actually fully built spearmen. He's eyeing for a spearman rush. Lots of spearmen being put on the field. As a villager, he's eyeing for a proxy tower. Science not going for his own proxy tower. Saharan Trade Network. Oh no, that's the H2 defense one. I actually never seen this landmark before in the field. Slow down a little moment. It acts as a toll outpost, which comes with defensive arrow slits technology researched. All traders and trade ships' tax will generate food equal to their tax gold at this landmark. All other tolls outposts will generate 50% tax food gold as food. Does it mean removes or adds additional 50%? Well, either we've got a lot of these housing set ablaze. It says, he knows about this landmark there. Of course, got the outpost moving on the field. He's really going to eye aggressively to build this landmark. Gotta make sure you don't sacrifice your food income just too much. Need to make sure you maintain that villager production. It does not have the age up there. Arrow slits is automatically researched. It does have 10 room there. Yep, it's basic arrow fire there. Trying to repair up some of this housing. Trying to go for this tower there. He's getting some good hits there. Does take up a villager there as well, and I'll be backing on off. Does repair up the housing, and now it's going to be collecting this gold there. So he wins for this. It'd be maybe a good idea to go for some early trade, since he actually has the this landmark here meant for trade. And now let's go and fast forward since the aggression has died down. The Ottomans have not gotten their feudal age just yet, going for the twin minaret Midris. I don't know how to actually pronounce that word. These are words I'm not familiar with, and I don't use the regular language. Scouts do find each other. And now we got the military schools being pulled out, trying to get some free production of units. And this warrior scout does get some damage there, but of course the spearman will keep these guys plenty alive. He's starting to research the... Oh, he's actually getting professional scouts. Out of curiosity, can I get everybody's opinion who may be watching the stream or watching this as a replay later on? What do you think about professional scouts? In my opinion, the technology costs like 225 gold, which is way too expensive. Honestly, I would not mind seeing a bit of a test run if that was just free for everybody. What would the game look like if you have that technology early on in order to pick up deer and micro an economy and bring back a deer in the early game as a form of micro? In my opinion, would be something interesting there. Now he's stealing his opponent's deer. That's very interesting. That could be another weird thing that may happen. Stealing your deer. Also, look at the deer. These deer are right next to each other. He could actually deploy out a forward town center here to get all this deer. That is very, very dense deer. Both the deer deposits are right next to each other. Deer deposit. Is that the right term for that? But of course, he is Malians. Him going for a large number of warrior scouts makes it so this technology is pretty useful. This one still has deer in the back. Now it's going to maintain some good food generation there. We do now have, looks like a handful of archers, meter, and scout, and a Sapa advancing forward. He does have a good number of these warrior scouts here, so defending this should be no problem. Exotic Doggo will go down, and we'll spot these deer being claimed. Now we've got these warrior scouts advancing forward, trying to hit the opposing scouts. Scouts do bonus damage versus scouts, so he will do actually some significant damage versus the scout. I see a bit of fire there, but the health regen on these warrior scouts is absurd, and he will be topped off in health in no time. And there you go, there's a pile of corpses there. These 8 warrior scouts now advancing forward. He may be trying to steal this more deer over here. This warrior scout's advancing forward. Ooh, we received a lot of spear hits there, and will go down. Pig still has a significant force here, but of course he does have this trade network defense, which will provide him good defense. That's not trade though. There's a lot of archers here. He knows about this trade network defense. This is not going to be going. This is not going to go well for him. But he's going to pull out some forward battery rams. That's what he's trying to do. We got the Fambia garrison people on the field. Allow him to pull out stuff using gold at a cheaper rate, and he's going to take time to claim up a lot of this deer. He does spot this force. Now this force is probably being spotted. He probably does have an eye of this vision there. I'm assuming that network defense that Wonder would have a good vision. Try and go for the warrior scout there. The scout does go down. The warrior scouts receive quite a bit of damage, and another one does go down there. When the Fambian garrison is deployed out, he needs to pull out some melee units just to deal with this force. There's still a significant force here. All of them still... Warrior scouts do not do any bonus damage versus the archers, which is a bit of a problem with them. And now we've got these warrior scouts. They have come home with some fresh hunt, and they will be able to hunt these guys next. We've now got the castle age now researched. Villager count is even, so neither side has got now second town center. Hit mine, now can see some fire. Could upgrade this with spring ball replacement. Warrior scouts now charging forward. They need to hit these archers first. Let's get inside the network defense castle. Was hitting the battery rams first. The warrior scouts are... They need to hit these archers. And now he's starting to push forward into the range of these units, but also he's still hitting the battery rams. He needs to get that thing to retarget. He has to be hitting these archers first. But I was actually looking inside these battery rams there to keep them safe. Large number of these housings starting to go down. Here comes the warrior scouts. Archers can back on out. Luckily that was the one in the back. These Sepas went 2-4-4. Now going to receive a lot of damage there. Villagers now trying to charge on forward. They may be behind to force down some of these battery rams. The battery ram does finally go down, and now the count that this landmark's finally hit the archers, but he desperately needed to do that a long time ago. Now got some spearmen deployed on the field. Got some archers as well. They can quickly take out these spearmen, no problem. So they were deployed out by the Fambia garrison. Warrior scouts now charging forward, trying to deal with these forces. Slicing up some of these archers now. Landmarks now set up ablaze. And now we're preparing up some extra villagers. These archers slowly being whittled down. He may lose the tower there. He does have some sofas on the field. They do have extra pierce armor. As well as melee armor. There's a couple spearmen in the mix as well. Science, archers getting good hits there. These archers are trying to pursue these Scion villagers. The mining pit is on fire, as well as under fire. More of the Fambia garrison has been deployed on the field. Villagers now push way forward. There's a good number of archers that focus on this force. There's a mentor right there, not taxing his archers all too well. He's a little bit overwhelmed. Supposed to have, of course, 2 pierce armor. Now got a pair of mosques being deployed on the field. Whilst being cleaned on up, more of the Fambia garrison is now deployed on the field. We got more of these archers being pushed on forward as well, but right now Science just taking them out one by one. There's a couple more gold mines here, so he has plenty of gold income and getting more mining pits out. These forces will be overwhelmed. Did destroy a lot of structures. Now they're being focused down. Got this force here. And more of these archers being put out by the Fambia garrison. He's investing heavily into the gold to pull out more of the garrison. And so far he's doing a successful hold. And this force will pursue this meager force that remains. One of the villagers could be sniped there, but does not. Why 2 mosques? He's going for a pair of monks now, or what they're called, Eames. One will probably be plenty, but looks like he's gonna be eyeing. He's really trying to eye those relics, isn't he? Science now is trying to rebuild this region. We've got now the Mihib Imperial Armory, which automatically produces siege units for free. Some of the villagers not getting hit, very nice. He does have a superior number of villagers. We got still some veteran scouts out put on the field. Of course, has claimed quite a bit of deer, which the deer carcasses are still being claimed. Are being gathered. They have already been claimed, just need to be gathered on up. Does deny this berries there. There's some more berries back here you can perhaps utilize, plus the twin minaretes can also provide some good food there. Good amount of palisade walls there, just trying to defend the region. Got more of these relics being claimed. Both players are in Imperial Age. What type of units is pulling out here? Mangonels, that makes sense. 22 archers out on the field, 1 warrior scout. The warrior scout can, of course, provide some good spotting. He does have a decent force here, now pulling out a large number of lancers. Meteors right now is on the attack drums, increasing attack speed of nearby units. And now we got another military school being pulled on out. These warrior scouts are being focused on quite severely. One of them does go down. Right now, Castle Age is one of the ages you don't really want to be in the Malians. You don't really have any item to really engage heavy armored units, especially man-at-arms. You really want to eye getting to Imperial Age as quickly as possible. Of course, that's expensive for sure. There's plenty of gold at the moment, so maybe you can pass these guys off of gold and start eyeing food. He gets Imperial Age and he can bring out his Famian Garrison gunners. They're expensive, of course, but they are pretty good. Guess we'll have some more of these veteran archers as well as some Donzo. Is able to pick off some of these reinforcements there. The warrior scout does spot this massive force here. There's a good number of archers, some lancers, meter, a spearman, and a scout. So it's mostly an archer force there with a good number of frontline units. Donzo, they may have a giant shield as part of their model, but they don't have any additional shield stuff. It does have the poison arrow research, which can be very useful versus the lancers. Getting some extra damage over time is something that's one of the few things you get used to engage these lancers. Maganel now being pulled on the field. This should be very effective versus Science's current composition. This help this outpost here as well. Sofas and warrior scouts. He can actually pick himself off a meter there. That is his. Okay, he does have 2 meters on the field. King's force now advancing forward together, and these lancers are protecting these villagers. A couple more sofas advancing on forward. They will find this lancer. Does have a good number of archers here. May want to get some more Donzo. Now got these relics being claimed. He's going to get... Yeah, actually, he's claimed all 5 relics. Holy crap. That is a lot of additional gold generation. And eventually he can get the good amount of other resources from them as well. Does manage to get some of these guys in the garrison. He's get this force push way forward. And now these lancers are receiving a lot of poison damage. Just being overwhelmed. And now one of the metals will be poisoned to death as well. Lancers push way forward. They still got this force here. But overall, Cyan does have a significantly larger force here. He's able to go into defense quite easily. Since he's heavily focused on gold, allow the Falcon garrison to get a very, very good value there. Trying to put some forward banner rings, but it's not going to go too well. Though he may not swap a Mangonel just yet. Over here, he does swap that Mangonel. He finds a good idea that he's going to have Mangonels there. Now he sees this landmark. More spearmen being put on the field. They're just hardened spearmen. There's no additional placement there. I probably would have gone for the Spring Golden placement just to go along with it since it is a landmark. And it looks like these Sophos will take out these Lancers. And now here comes the battering rams. Granted, the Spring Golden placement won't exactly help him defend against battering rams. But the Spring Gold separate weapons can provide some holes in the battering ram, but it would probably be a good idea not to go into melee range against the battering rams. Sophos advancing on forward as well. Got a good number of archers in this region as well. Focus on the spearmen first. Veteran Donzo fires a volley of spears into that battering ram. It's not exactly a great target for him to throw those spears. Cyan's archers need to back on off. It's getting very, very messy. Oh crap. Magno finds a massive hit right there. And finds another great hit there onto those archers. Let's take out the Mangonel right there. And there's no defensive placement in that outpost there. Let's get the Spring Gold firing against that battering ram. There it is. And Pink's force does get overwhelmed. Pink does not have an army whatsoever on the field. Both sides are pretty low on villagers as well, 41 to 39. Just that the extra gold economy from these pit mines is going to help out Cyan quite a bit. Though Pink does have free unit production, and he's currently queuing up these Lancers. It could get some Janissaries. Janissaries do have high rate of fire and they will hit the his opponent's Sophos and Warrior Scouts quite easily. But also he's not pulling those out. The high rate of fire of those Janissaries are still equivalent to the Imperial Age hand cannon news that only other factions get. It's just that their surge rate of fire evens that out. A lot of this force is wounded. So we're going to take down to capture the sacred sites. We'll give him some extra gold generation. Oh yeah, he has also all these relics. That's a lot of gold generation. That's what, 600 gold generation? We now have a fortified outpost being research. Has a Spring Gold emplacement. And multiple sacred sites now being captured up by Cyan. Mining pits all providing some good gold generation. It's 900 gold passive generation. That is literally all passive barring these 3 villagers. That is actually quite absurd. We've got these sub-lancers advancing it forward. Trying to hit this secret site there. Could go up north of the gold mine. Cyan's now advancing forward with this archer force. Does have a single EM here for health regen, which he desperately does need. Does have a good number of Sophos here, but the Lancers are generally a bit more valuable than Sophos. Also got some Warrior Scout in the mix as well. Looks like these sub-lancers are going to be falling back. And Cyan's army is now pushing way forward. Has a nice, very large line formation. So, Warrior Scout's on the high ground here, and you're not going to easily find that all too easily. Would also heals units, heal while in combat or stealth. This is starting to transition to these Musafadi. How do you pronounce that? Musafadi is, of course, a light infantry melee unit specialized in stealth, an anti-armor specialist. Of course, it is a light melee unit, so they do get countered by regular archers. Sign's not going for a forward keep, as well as an full outpost here. We'll find some good hits there on these villagers. He does have less villagers as opponent, and that one will get poisoned to death. Both of these knights are trying to find some sort of engagement. All three sacred sites still captured on hub. I've got these counterweight trebuchets being deployed on the field. Does bandit evacuate to this town center. Of course, these lancers do have 6 pierced armor, so these arrows will do 1 damage each. And these lancers are making their way down south. Wait, Mangonels have something garrison on the inside? Let's see, receiving enhancement, mentor attack bonus. But this says there's something garrison on the inside. I didn't know stuff can be garrison inside those weapons. Is this something unique about Mongols? Not Mongols, Ottomans? I don't see anything that will say it improves it. What happens if there's something garrison on the inside? This keep has been built. May want to go for a spring gold emplacement. Does have a pair of spring golds here as well. Number of spring golds here. This one's ungarrisoned. These spring golds are falling back. Spring gold emplacement and boiling oil being researched now. Veteran sofas may advance on forward. Lancers not charging forward as well. Finds a volley there. I'm getting some good damage there on the veteran sofa. Let's find a volley there. Two spring golds go down, one from each side. Sofa's charging forward. We've got some Janissaries here. Janissaries do bonus damage versus the cavalry, so maybe we'll go for more Janissaries. This cavalry trip is being focused on a lot of spring golds here, as well as Mangonels. Science of ground arm is breaking through. Janissaries are spying away. It looks like Pink's force will go down to be outnumbered by Science force. Ready to garrison by a veteran archer. Pink's force does completely go down there. He needs to pull out more defense. More Mangonels won't hurt. More Janissaries is probably a good idea, but you can only get those at the academies currently. These villagers may receive some fire now. He does have this outpost here with a spring gold replacement. Good hit there. Lights are charging on forward. He does get inside the town center, and Pink does back up the game now. That's Anne Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.